feeling something's about to happen. Hey, you beautiful buccaneers, Falcore here. So, the Sea of Thieves will be 2 years old this March 20th. Well, more like 8 years old, but 2 years old since its release. And so far, we have seen the game evolve from the clean slate sandbox from release to a plethora of content and lore that it is today. But some ideas were forgotten, or might yet still be released. So, let's travel back in time. When Sea of Thieves was approaching the technical alpha, those of us who were anticipating its arrival had to rely on various videos the developers would release showcasing some of the game's finer points. This really was the hype phase of the game, and a lot of what was shown was very early stuff. The graphics since this build have been given a facelift in terms of color space and filters, and although the current version of the game looks a lot brighter and more fun than its counterpart, I have to admit I do like the bleached out, more somber look of its predecessor. But the graphics weren't the only thing that were updated. Changes to the map and changes to the item selection were also things that had been revised, as well as small changes to the ship design. Mostly the sails and the bowsprit were all things revised before its release. But the developers had a lot more planned for the core design of the game. Very little is known about the use of most of these things, or whether they will eventually make their way into the game or not. The Pirate Tavern wasn't the only place you would see ghosts. Your pirate also had the ability to become one, possibly used as a form of death penalty or a revive system of sorts. On top of that, the very ship you sailed on could also become a victim to this astral curse. My theory is this was the original idea for the death mechanic. Rather than sinking and respawning, you became a ghost ship and had to sail to insert NPC to get your body and ship back. Since the release of the Seabound Soul, we have seen ghost ships make an appearance, so maybe we'll be seeing more of these astral sailors making their way to the game at some point. Speaking of ghosts, you guys have probably seen this lady pop up here and there in your surf across the web. This lady is known as Belle. Not much is known about this lady other than she roams the Sea of the Damned on a buoy with a flame of fate. Plenty of theories have been passed around about her existence, but for the most part she has been used as a promotional asset at conventions for the game. However, in the technical alpha of the game, she was originally the Pirate Lord. Nobody knows why this was changed to Ramsey, and nobody knows whether she will make a return to the game, but I hope she does though. She's pretty badass. When the game was still in its prototype state, and all the pirates in the game resembled sea dog suppositories, the pirate legend Tavern was first conceived as an actual tavern, where you had an actual bed and dwelling. You would then travel to a pirate dock where you talked to a bum pill who gave you a ship in a bottle. Pouring this bottle into the water would spawn your ship, and from there you would sail into the real world. It was an utterly fantastic idea that never made it into the game. That said though, a huge update to the pirate legend hideout has been hinted at for quite some time. I'm sure when the time is right, we'll see something similar or even better make its way to this dusty and forgotten legend cave. Mermaids were never intended to be just a means to spawn back to your ship. They were originally intended to be an emergent species and possibly a threat within the game world. Although there has been no updates within the game on elaborating the storyline of the merfolk, the developers have stated that it is definitely something they would like to explore. And there are still to this day vast areas within the game that have been there since its release that give us hope that one day we will see these fishy people get the attention that they deserve. A lot of what was teased in the game's technical alpha has now made its way into the game world, so I have no doubt that all these old, dust-covered ideas will make an appearance in some form in the future. Until then, I hope you all enjoy the new, delayed Tall Tale, and have fun diving in to see what storylines open up and which paths you will take. I hope it sends shivers down your spine. Or should I say, backbone. That's it for today, folks. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, then please hit that like button. And if you really like the video, please hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell so you're always notified when I upload. And if you're looking for ways to support me, please head over to my Patreon page where I offer tiers that give you perks for your support. Link is in the pinned comments below. Until next time, take care of yourself and happy sailing. Bye bye.